At Willowbrook Community Center, every Wednesday morning was reserved for the Silver Sneakers Club, a lively group of retirees who claimed they were young at heart and slightly rusty at the knees. Officially, it was a fitness group. Unofficially, it was a hotbed of mischief. The club was led by Frank Dalton, 71 years old. Former high school principal and self-proclaimed master of shenanigans. His deputy was Betty Lou Harper, 69 years old. A retired ballroom dancer with a mischievous sparkle in her eyes and a voice that could still bring an entire room to attention. That Wednesday morning started just like any other. The sneakers gathered at the gymnasium, armed with yoga mats, water bottles, and questionable enthusiasm. But Frank had a plan. You see, Willowbrook had just installed new, smart, exercise machines, treadmills that tracked your heart rate, bikes that talked to you, great job, keep pedaling, and weight machines that demanded you set personal goals. Frank hated them. They're bossier than I ever was as a principal, he muttered. Betty Lou grinned. Maybe they're here to keep us honest. I'll show them honesty, Frank said. Operation Free Range begins today. Betty Lou leaned closer. What's Operation Free Range? Frank's eyes twinkled. We liberate ourselves from these mechanical overlords. Blank. Blank. Phase 1. Reconnaissance. During warm-up stretches, Frank casually wandered over to the new treadmills, pretending to adjust his socks. They've got sensors under the mats, he whispered to Betty Lou through their shared Bluetooth earpieces, left over from a failed attempt to start a podcast called Grumpy and Proud. Meanwhile, Gus Reynolds, 72 years old, who had once been a mechanical engineer, knelt beside one of the machines with a giant screwdriver tucked discreetly into his sock. Leave it to me, Gus winked. I spoke machine before I spoke English. Across the gym, Dolores Nguyen, 70, was distracting the fitness instructor, a 24-year-old named Chase who had biceps the size of small ham hocks and the attention span of a goldfish. Chase, dear, Dolores said sweetly, fluttering her eyelashes. Could you explain again how to turn this thing on? While Chase flexed and lectured, Gus quickly removed a sensor. 1 down, Gus reported. 5 to go. Blank. Phase 2. Confusion. Frank had prepared balloon animals the night before, clumsy, lumpy creations that vaguely resembled poodles, giraffes, and, in one case, a very suspicious-looking duck. He and Betty Lou placed them on the smart bikes. When the fitness machines booted up for the next class, they detected riders already on them. The bikes began yelling encouragement. Great pedaling. Participant number 3, you're crushing your calorie goal. The balloon animals wobbled gently in the breeze from the AC. Chase stared, bewildered. Is the system working? Frank and Betty Lou nodded solemnly. Perfectly, they chorused. Blank. Phase 3. Liberation. With sensors missing and bikes cheering for balloon dogs, the Silver Sneakers gathered for a real workout, an impromptu dance party. Frank pulled out a dusty boombox, hit play, and the gym was instantly filled with the electrifying beats of Stayin' Alive by the Bee Gees. Come on, kids, Betty Lou whooped. Show those machines what real cardio looks like. And there they went, Gus doing a surprisingly agile moonwalk, Dolores spinning like a ballerina, and Frank attempting the worm, only to get stuck halfway, resulting in a heroic rescue by 2 chuckling members. The smart machines, utterly confused, began beeping randomly. Goal not recognized. 1 treadmill whimpered. Heart rate invalid. Set a bike. Rebooting. Muttered a weight machine in defeat. Blank. By the end of the hour, everyone was breathless, sweaty, and glowing with laughter. Even Chase, once he realized he wasn't being fired, admitted it was the most fun he'd had at work in months. You guys are nuts, he said, grinning. Frank clapped him on the back. Kid, that's the nicest thing anyone said to me all year. The aftermath. The next week, the community center put up a new sign. Silver Sneakers Free Zone. No smart machines allowed on Wednesdays. Bring your own balloon animals if desired. Membership in the Silver Sneakers doubled within a month. They started hosting themed dance-offs, Disco Inferno Thursday, and Mambo Monday, and talent shows featuring acts like Gus's robot impression, Dolores's interpretive dance of a confused toaster, and Betty Lou's one-woman Shakespeare rap battle. Frank, naturally, was elected president for life of the Silver Sneakers, a title he accepted with an elaborate bow and an even more elaborate campaign speech involving promises of unlimited snack breaks. Epilogue. 1 year later, when Willowbrook celebrated its 50th anniversary, the Silver Sneakers performed a flash mob in the middle of the ceremony, synchronized dance moves too. "We are family," complete with Gus dressed as a disco ball. He'd spent weeks gluing sequins to an old helmet. The mayor laughed so hard he almost fell off the stage. A reporter from the local newspaper captured it all. And the next day, the front page featured a giant photo of the Silver Sneakers, arms linked, smiling wide, with the headline, "Age is just a number, and these folks are living proof." And every Wednesday after that, without fail, the gym echoed with music, laughter, and the determined squeak of sneakers that might have been silver in color but were golden in spirit.